Hi, my name is Missy. So let's do some readings. I have some new cards that I want to share with you guys today. I'm not exactly sure what kind of reading this is going to be, as usual. I'm just going to wing it like I always do. If you've been watching any of my most recent readings, you know that I've been trying to focus these readings around the cards that I've been purchasing to offer for sale on my website. And so here we have a new deck. This one is called the Universal Transparent Tarot. So very interesting deck. As you can see, each of the cards is basically transparent with the exception of, oh, I have them upside down. I don't have my glasses on, forgive me. I'm trying to be able to see the computer screen so I can see that whether or not the camera's focusing. So as you can see, it has the picture of each of the tarot cards, but for the most part the card itself is clear, and that's so that you can build them. See? So we're going to use them right now. We're going to use them in a reading. Let me actually explain a little further. This card here is part of the set. I actually glued it to the inside of my board so that I could use this to do this particular reading. I'm going to make some other real quick readings with this as well. But this is the background card that say once you pull your cards, if you put this over the background, then you can see your image there. You can build on top of it. Very cool. So let me show you the rest of, well, not a whole lot left, but there's this card which I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be for. I just took it out because it confuses me. I haven't figured out a way that I want to use it yet. So unless someone knows, but to be honest, I did not read the book. I don't ever read a book when I get a new deck of cards. That's my rule. And funny enough that I was just talking to someone this morning who I've been trying to teach how to read cards, and she was reminding me that one of the first things that I told her, which I know that I tell everyone this is the biggest and best piece of advice I can give to anyone who reads cards, which is throw the book away. When you get your deck of cards, throw the book away, put it in a drawer, put it somewhere where you're not going to look at it, where you're not going to read what someone else's interpretation of those cards is. You want to get to know the cards for yourself, right? So anyway, I did not read this book. I don't know exactly if this card here is supposed to have a special meaning, but this one was pretty easy to figure out. And as you can see, the book is pretty small and it has a couple of different languages here, so you're only going to get maybe 10 or 15 pages of information for the cards anyway, so you kind of have to figure it out with these decks. All right. So one thing I'm noticing with this deck, because I have been playing with it, excuse me, it's a little slippery. So if you're someone like me who likes to use lotion, that kind of stuff, like, you might want to pay attention to that, because they do get a little bit, they get slippery. I've had a few times that they just kind of slide everywhere and the cards fly. Other than that, they're pretty easy to handle, pretty well made. So let's get into it. What we're going to do is, I'm actually going to do the reading first here with the focus card. I'm going to show you guys how to build them to get your reading. Unfortunately, I do not have a camera that I can zoom in so that you can see the cards better. That's something I have to look at in the future. But I will explain it as we go, and then at the end we'll go ahead and pull some charms to see if there are any extra messages that your team wants you to have. All right, so take a minute to breathe with me. I'll go ahead and get the cards shuffled. I'm gonna have to do this I didn't think about my cute little setup here. And actually, now that we're talking about the setup, that reminds me of something else that I wanted to explain for this reading. Because of the astrology that we have happening right now, we've got Venus Combust, along with the solar eclipse happening. So Venus goes combust on the 23rd, I believe it is, and then we have the solar eclipse on the 25th. And so, you know, this is energy, especially with everything that was happening in Libra recently, all of this relationship energy that we have going on, the retrogrades. There's a very good chance that there will be, you know, relationships happening, relationship issues happening, love issues happening. So I wanted to focus this reading on that. I want to focus solely on love. This is not going to be anything about work, money, none of that kind of stuff, unless it comes up as part of the love reading. Sorry, the song in the background is kind of catching my attention. I wasn't in the reading yet, but we have Young Life Crisis by Upsall. That could be a message for someone that you may want to look up. So anyway, when I was looking at, you know, what were the crystals and things that I wanted to incorporate into the reading, like what is the energy that I wanted to bring into the reading, because we're talking about love and relationships, well, I was looking at what I had, and every single piece that I have picked for this particular setup here, including this particular box, actually, with the exception of the cards and the flowers, and actually I have a couple of rings here too that were gifts as well. But anyway, but with the exception of the flowers and the cards and this particular board here, everything here was a gift from someone to me. So they all hold special meanings. So I want to kind of leave this here, which means the reading may take an extra minute or two so that I can shuffle between, because I don't want to have to move my board out of the way. I want to keep the picture pretty. All right, so now take a minute to breathe with me, please. Hi, Virgo. Go ahead and breathe with me while I shuffle the cards. Getting tired. I'm gonna have to take a break here in a minute. I may not even put all of these videos together into one video. I might break them down sign by sign as well, because I think the video is going to end up being 5 hours long if I don't. Think about your question. Breathe with me. One more. Interesting. I feel like it needs to be cut like right here. And because we had to do that, I think we need to take 2 cards right here. So we have the King of Wands, and what is that? The 3 of Pentacles? Yep. All right. Forgive me for all of that coughing. I apologize for that. Hopefully I'll remember to mute that part of the video. We have the song Hideaway by Daya. So interesting that we have the King of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles together. So King of Wands, this can represent fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but more than likely probably Leo, because that is the sign that that rules this card. It could be that maybe this is like a work relationship, or this is someone that you need to work on a relationship with. Also, this message could be that they're willing to work on the relationship with you. I feel very strongly looking at that Three of Pentacles, though, that there is like work, that there is actual physical work that has to be done in relation to this relation, or like with this relationship. Interesting. You know, I just realized what this song is about. She's asking, like, where do the good boys go, right? Like, she's looking for love. Maybe if you are looking for love, it's saying you'll find love at work with a fire sign, possibly a Leo, where you'll be doing actual physical, like there'll be some sort of where you're physically working on something. It doesn't have to be physical labor, but you're going to be in one space together working on something. All right, so looking at the bottom of the deck, oh, I'm so sorry about this. I just realized what this is. We've got the Three of Cups with the Knight of Wands. It doesn't mean that this person here is a player, but typically when you have the Knight of Wands come out with the Three of Cups in any kind of a relationship reading, it talks about someone who's unreliable, and the reason that they're unreliable is because they have other people or things taking up their attention. That's the reason that they don't see that you're there, basically, right? Or remember that you're there, or remember whatever it was that they promised they would do or say, or where they said they would be, or whatever the case is, right? False promises is what happens with the Knight of Wands. They're gung-ho in the moment, but then when the time comes, there's always something else that's more important. And it's interesting too, because I just realized that we have the Two of Swords kind of buried here between the World card and the Six of Pentacles. So the Two of Swords is like indecision. And the reason that there's indecision, because you're not sure about how reliable or how much you can, like how much security or reciprocity basically that you'll receive from this person. Like maybe it could be this energy here, like maybe this person at work is presenting as a king, but in reality their maturity level is that of a knight. And this could be a relationship at work where you're looking for love. Maybe this is someone you are interested in at work, but this is something that you need to be aware of because they probably have multiple others, especially if they're a Leo. It's just the nature of Leo energy. They get a lot of attention. They're charismatic. Usually they're very good looking, or they have beautiful hair in some way or something, right? They're the center of attention, or they're the leader in some way where they're going to be around a lot of other people that they can interact with. They've got a lot of friends. So it doesn't surprise me that this energy is coming out. And I think you have a decision to make over that, or like you maybe also, I have to say, it feels like what they're saying here is that you're not following your intuition when it comes to this as well. Because this is the weakest energy on the bottom of the deck here. And this window here is completely blank. So that means this here, like the need to follow your intuition in order to come to a conclusion or a decision about this person or this situation, is the weakest energy here. So that means either you're not doing it, or your intuition is talking to you and you're ignoring it. We have the song, hold on. Love Wins by Carrie Underwood. So this is someone you're going to have to get along with, or you've been really trying to get along with them. Actually, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Someone might be a little bit obsessed as well. Because she keeps saying, I believe, right? And then I believe in the end, love wins. So like, if you are the person who's sitting in that energy, you're interested in someone at work, and you know that they have other people that they're interested in, or that they get a lot of attention, and you're sitting there going, but I think, I believe that I'm going to be number one. I'm going to come out on top because love is going to trump all, right? Like that's a message that's coming through as well. But I do feel like you have to get along with this person. That's the other message with that song that comes through, which is to be compassionate, right? Like that's really what she's talking about, is that, we're all equal, which is what the Six of Pentacles talks about. No one is better than the other. Especially if you know this person has other people and you're jealous about that, and like you're sitting there either talking about the other people bad behind their back to try to make yourself look better, or you're in your own head doing that to make yourself feel better. Either way, it's toxic, and this song is a reminder to be compassionate and to remember that no one is better than the other, right? And that if this person wanted you like that, they would make it clear. That's one thing that people forget about in relationships. Like, if the person wants to be around you, they'll make a way. They'll figure it out, right? If they want to spend time with you, if they want that relationship with you, they will figure it out. You will feel like you're being chased. And I think one side is chasing the other, obviously. I actually kind of want to see, is this King of Wands interested? Just because this is really, I intended this to be a relationship reading, and it is coming through with that energy of, I know I'm better than the ones that this person is dating now. So are they interested? Is the attraction mutual? So my actual question is going to be, how do they feel about you? How do they see you? How would they describe you? Look, we've got the Sun, which is like you can't get a bigger yes than the Sun. So even more of a message for you to stop comparing yourself to anyone else that might be. We have the song, hold on. The song Fallen Apart by Papa Roach. But the beginning was, I'll follow you out of the dark. I can't remember what the full lyric was. You'll have to look it up. Oh, but see, now he's saying, all I can see is wickedness around me. I refuse to believe the apocalypse inside of me, whatever, all the energy that I was just talking about, comparing yourself to others, thinking that, or the reminder that no one is better than the other, we're all equal. All right, so now looking at the bottom of the deck. We have the Star, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Swords. It's telling you to heal or move past. You need to move past this defensive energy in order to heal. Also, in order to receive your wish or your prayer, which is love, or at least the attention and regard of this person. You got to get over all of this energy in your head, or if you're saying it out loud, stop. You don't need to defend yourself or make yourself look better or put somebody else down to make yourself look better, right? You just have to be you. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some charms to see. Oh, it was 11:14 when I went to pull the charms, and so that in and of itself is an angel message of be very aware of your thoughts when it comes to security. Any thought patterns that you have around security, especially if you're feeling insecure in that moment, take a moment to think about what it is that's going through your head and work on that. Work on healing that. Oh, that was a huge handful. Look at. I almost said IOU. I don't know. Well, nope, it's an H. I really thought it was going to be a U that came out. So that could be a message for someone. There could be like, especially with this particular charm here, it's my charm that signals like being prepared or preparedness. So There could be like you need to plan to pay a debt or plan for a debt in some way. I'm not going to like, say all of the words here, but you can see the words that are coming through. And so these letters might pertain to that debt in some way. You also have the letter G with the piece of Amazonite. The G is sitting right on top of the sun. So I don't know if G, a person, place, or thing, is important to you in any way. But the Amazonite coming out over the Three of Pentacles is telling me that like the conversations that you're having at work are going to be really important, possibly with G. They'll be very illuminating, very clarifying. Also, the gun came out right next to this G as well. Obviously, gun starts with G, but the gun represents like taking a shot, taking a chance, having so many chances because it's a revolver, right? So there's only 6 bullets in the chamber. So you've got 6 chances to get something right, but we don't know how many bullets are in that chamber. This could be your last chance, right? Take that energy however it resonates, but it's going to be centered around the conversation that you have at work because that came out over the Three of Pentacles. That's just a regular piece of rose quartz. So self-care, self-love, self-compassion is going to be very important. So here we have the fire rune, which is all about like creativity, clarity, burning away the old. It's the torch. It's also inspiration and your insight. And so again, that's coming out next to the sun. So I feel like what's going to happen is like we're saying, really pay attention to the conversation that you're having at work. I think there's going to be like a clear indication, like the clarity, because that's what the sun does. It lights everything up. It shines a light or shines a spotlight on everything. It brings clarity. You can see when the sun is out, right? And so that's the same thing with the fire rune. It's like a torch. So this is doubling down on this energy of pay attention to your intuition so that you'll know when the right time is for this energy, this relationship. Also for your abundance, because you've got the $100 bill coming out with... this is a piece of, I think this is the blank rune actually. I do have pieces of just regular rose quartz, but this one is too similar to all of my runes. I'm pretty sure this one is the blank rune. So what that is saying is like your abundance is coming. It's just kind of unknown as to when. And the reason for that is because of this piece of tourmalated quartz. It's because you need that clarity and protection as well with tourmalated quartz. That's what the tourmaline does. It's very protective. But it can only protect you if you're balanced, if you're clear, right? If you have that clarity. So again, pay attention to conversations so that you know exactly when to act or to take your chance. Okay, so I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There might be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, anything you can to help me, and I thank you very much for watching.